Think about the one big goal you gave up on: a dream job, a difficult skill, or leaving a toxic relationship. You probably told yourself you just lacked discipline, that you weren't smart enough, or simply ran out of energy. You are wrong. Your inaction isn't a character flaw. It is a calculated biological shutdown. To see the mechanism hidden behind your broken ambitions, we have to go back to the year 1967. In a dimly lit laboratory, a psychologist named Martin Seligman placed a group of dogs into a special cage. The floor of the cage was wired to deliver painful electric shocks. There was absolutely no escape. The dogs barked, whined, and frantically jumped against the walls, but the pain kept coming at random intervals. After hours of useless struggle, something strange happened. The dogs simply stopped trying. Then came the second part of the experiment. Seligman moved these passive dogs to a different cage. This time, the cage was divided by a very low wall. All the dog had to do was step over it to be safe. Seligman turned on the electricity. A normal dog would have jumped over the barrier in less than a second. But the dogs from the first group did something that horrified the researchers. They lay down on the electrified grid, whined quietly, and took the shocks. They never even looked at the wall. The door to freedom was wide open, but the dogs were trapped inside a prison built out of their own past experiences. Psychologists called this phenomenon learned helplessness, and it is the most efficient tool of human control ever discovered. You might think you are different from those animals, but your brain uses the exact same evolutionary code. When you fail at something repeatedly early in life, a math exam, a childhood dream, a social interaction, your mind takes notes. Your brain is an energy-saving machine. It quickly concludes that effort equals useless pain. So, to protect you from further disappointment, it permanently disables your motivation. This is the surface. The real nightmare is that modern society is intentionally designed to trigger this exact shutdown. Think of the endless bureaucracy, the exhausting corporate ladders, the algorithmic feeds that control what you see.
Here. Please! He's gone.
When every effort you make is crushed by a system too massive to fight, you become the dog on the flashing floor. You stop looking for the open door. You accept the low pay, the bad health, and the quiet desperation. But Seligman's experiment didn't end in total darkness. There was a final, unpublicized chapter. The scientists realized the helplessness couldn't be cured by just showing the dogs the open door. They had to physically force them to change. They had to do this at least 15 times before the dogs' brains finally rewrote the old programming. But once they crossed that line manually, the illusion vanished. They became unstoppable. This proves something critical about your own mind. You cannot think your way out of helplessness. You cannot wait for inspiration or confidence to magically show up. Your brain won't allow it. The only way to break the chain is to physically force your body through the micro-actions of success. You have to drag your own mind across the barrier, kicking and screaming, until the old neural tracks break apart. Look around your life one more time. The things you accept as unchangeable facts are usually just old walls. You didn't lose your potential. You were just trained to believe it didn't exist. The cage was never locked. You just forgot how to move your legs.